Hey everyone, Tracy here. Thanks so much for tuning in to my channel. Today I'm coming to you with a What's on My Mind video. Today's video is going to be me sharing my opinions on a subject that has been very just so all over the place. And I just wanted to come in and just put in some of my opinion and hope that what I have to say will make you think twice before you think what is being said about this situation. Well, to get the elephant out of the room, what I am talking about today is our natural hair, us as women of color, and our hair. I was watching a TikTok earlier today where it was this lady that was on there. She had like a couple of guys who was on her TikTok, and it was like a TikTok live, I'll say that. And you were able to have like a couple of, a few people to join in your conversation or whatever. And so they were on this discussion about Black women and their natural hair, and that the hair is problematic more than other different types of hairstyles that women like to wear. And I just couldn't understand, like, some of the things that they were saying was like, oh, having natural hair is more, you got to do more to it just to have that. And whereas if you wore these other types of wigs and hair pieces and all of this other stuff, is more easier. What I just wanted to say about this whole thing is this: anything that is put before you is how you accept it. It's how you want to deal with it. Whereas they are saying that having their natural hair is a problem. It takes more to deal with that natural hair. You have to do a little bit more than other stuff that you can do with your hair. And I'm here to say, I don't think so. It is as complicated as you make it. Now, if you want to start having your natural hair and you still looking for the straightness and different things that you're used to when it comes down to you wearing all these other hair pieces and wigs and weaves and so forth and so on, then yeah, that's going to be a problem. Why? Because you're choosing to have this. Instead of just allowing your hair to be the way it is and how it grows up out of your scalp, learn to and love and live with how it looks. I still see that is a problem in the natural hair community. We as Black women, a lot of us, has learned to embrace the natural hair, the way it comes up out of our scalps, and we deal with it. Whereas you got a lot of people do not like, they still want to try to alternate it. They still want to try to make it look like how it used to be, or the European way, as I would say, when that is not the type of hair that you have. That's not the type of hair that you have. And the thing that we have to learn to do is to love the hair that grows up out of our scalps. Okay, I understand. Sometimes you don't feel like dealing with it. You want to tuck it away, put it away, wear a wig, put on some sew-in weave or what have you. I get that. Then you got some over here, they like the locks, and then you got some that don't. I think that locks really is about the best hairstyle when it comes down to having natural hair, far as I am concerned. But don't get me wrong, I have many videos on my channel of me embracing my natural hair, doing natural hairstyles that will accommodate my hair. If you guys have not checked out my any of my natural hair videos, I urge you to do so. I have a playlist where I have all of my natural hair videos in that playlist. Feel free to go through it, check it out, and you be the judge of what you think. Your hair is not as complicated no more than what you make it, period. And that's really it. Then it was one guy, he came on the stream and he told the lady, he said, Well, my wife has natural hair and she don't be going through all of this, far as, what she was talking about, saying that natural hair is problematic. And he said she gets up, do what she gonna do with her hair, and her hair is like that until the rest of the day. Which, to each his own. I'm not trying to, jump in here and try to say this or say that. Only thing I want you guys to take away from this video is that your hair or anything in life is as complicated as you make it, and that's just point blank period. If you sitting up here want to be thinking you could still rock these styles with your natural hair, these straight styles and all of this, and you're not going to deal with the frizz or the hair reverting back to its curls, then you're just really missing the point of having natural hair, because our natural hair do not grow straight, and that's period. It don't. It grows out of the scalp curly. It grows out of the scalp wavy. And we have to learn what it is that we need to do with that hair to keep it healthy so it can continue to grow. Now, that's what I really feel about it. No. Now, if I want to go ahead and press my hair out, then I can go ahead and press my hair out. If I want to go ahead and flat iron it, press it, blow dry it, whatever it is I need to do to get my hair straight, then I can do that. But I know one thing for sure. Within my mind, I know that it's not going to stay like that. It's not going to stay like that. Why? Because it's not its natural state. It's going to frizz up, and sooner or later it's going to revert back. It's going to get poofy. It's going to get all of that, because that is what the natural, that's the natural order of our hair. That's what it does. Our hair reaches up, whereas the thickness and the fullness and the what I would say, the fullness, the volume, all of that, that is us. Do you know how many of those people that you're trying to imitate because they got straight hair wants our hair? We'll sit back and be like, oh, I wish I had your hair. Your hair is so beautiful. It holds curls. It does this. It does that. Now, these are things that I've heard from these people has told me about my hair. So for me to sit back and say that my hair is problematic, please. Our hair allow us to do just what we want to do with it. And it's going to look good no matter what we do with it. Whether we go from braids to straighten it, or go back to a natural look, or the afro, or wash and go, or two-strand twist, whatever we decide to want to do with our hair fits the bill, y'all. People all over wish they had our hair. And sometimes I really feels bad for that lady of color to realize that her hair is crap. I don't like my hair. Only thing I can say for those who really says that they don't like their hair is because you don't know your hair. You don't understand what your hair does. And honey, it goes deeper than that when it comes down to our hair. I would tell you guys, you need to look it up. You need to research. There's many videos where people has came on there telling you exactly what your hair really is. To be honest with you, the biggest thing we really need to be doing our hair is keeping it clean, eating healthy, drinking healthy, drinking a lot of water, which keeps our hair hydrated inside out, okay? And just let the hair go and do what it's going to do. Stop putting all these chemicals in it. Stop putting all these different types of products and all of this and that. But I know I'm singing to the birds when it comes down to that. Because truly, I had to learn that. I'm trying to use less products as I possibly can in my hair. I'm trying to use less products, less things, less manipulation in my hair because of what I found out. And because now I know it's a higher thing when it comes down to our hair. That's what I'm saying. You guys need to really research and find these videos. If I can go back and find these videos, I'll try to link a few of them in the comments and in the description box for you guys to check out. But it's really not hard to do. Go on Google, search the meaning of hair, the meaning of black hair or black people's hair. What does it really mean? Something like that. You're going to come up with your answer. You're going to come up with your answer, and then you're going to, if you accepted what's being said to you, then you're going to be like, oh my goodness, what in the world have I been doing? All this cutting your hair off and all of this. Now I understand if, you got a problem, something going wrong with your hair, and it's probably over processed from chemicals, in which we, need to back up off of those anyways. But, it's certain things that we could put in our hair and do to our hair that can damage our hair, to where the best thing to do is to cut it off. You don't have no choice. And just let it grow back just let it grow back out. Just no longer using these chemicals. Because chemicals is what alters and changes the hair. A lot of these products that we put on our hair can change our hair. And that stuff, when it's changing our hair, is also doing other things that's not good to our hair. And we're not realizing it, because why? We only focused on, I want this particular style. I want my hair to look like this. I want my hair to look like that. I want it to be this color, and so forth and so on. And the game goes on and on and on. Okay? But once we come to a realization of what our hair really is, what it really means, and you really accept that, you understand what's being said to you, you're going to automatically do different. You're going to automatically do differently. Now, I turned around and I wanted to really stop using a lot of products on my hair. That's one of the reasons why I went ahead and said, I'm about to try the locks and see just what this is. With locks, you can pretty much shape them the way you can, style them the way you want, and it's just there. You're not combing through your hair. You're not brushing your hair. You're not doing anything. The hair is just growing beautifully. Now, I've noticed some people have been starting to color their locks, different things like that. Hey, so forth, you do you. I'm not knocking it or anything. You do you. But you do see the beauty in the locks. You see the beauty. Okay, some people, I'm tired of this color or something like that. It's really not so much you really can do with locks, because without causing buildup, and that's really when you're going to have a problem with locks. By putting too much product or anything like that on your locks and cause buildup. Coloring it too often, you can cause breakage. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. It's like, I try to free my mind of using a lot of chemicals. And the best way, or the best thing I could come up with, was to lock my hair. Okay, that was the best thing I could come up with. And I'm noticing every single month. I'm 3 years locked now. I started out with braids, and I used the interlocking method to maintain my locks. And I have noticed just within those 3 years, how beautiful my hair is. My hair is at a length to where I believe my hair has never been this long, even going back to when I was a child. I have the type of hair that shrinkage is real, okay? And for some reason, at first, when I started out with the natural look, when I started out with my natural hair, meaning that I stopped putting relaxers or any type of chemicals like that to straighten my hair, I noticed that my hair shrinks up a lot. I can have this kind of hair that it'll shrink up like I'm bald-headed almost, and that's what I'll say. And then once it's straightened out, I got hair all the way almost down to my shoulders or something. So I know that my hair can grow. Now, the one thing that really, really, really shows me that is my locks. Why? I don't have to comb my hair. I don't have to sit up here and worry about how long my hair is or anything. Long as I am doing what it is to take care of my locks, to keep them healthy. I'm trying to eat healthy, even though that's kind of like been a hit and miss. But I'm trying. I'm really trying. Also, I'm starting to drink more water. Sometimes that's a hit and miss, but I'm doing it more. And I notice the only thing I really have to do, guys, is really just keep my hair clean, keep it free of products, and eat and drink right, or, take my vitamins or whatever. And man, within 3 years, my locks stretches down my back. It's almost bra length. It's almost to my bra strap length, almost down there. Okay, don't get me wrong, locks draws up. But after you have had them at least about a year or two, you will see how they have dropped. You can tell that your hair is growing. I did a video about how you could tell your locks is growing. Check that video. I will link it in the card section and a description box where you could check that out, of different ways when you have locks and you can tell if your locks is growing. One way I'm gonna say right now on here, one way I could tell my locks was growing, when I thought I had bugs or something crawling on me and I'm slapping the crap out of myself trying to get it off of me, and I find out it's my hair. Okay, so I've never really felt that when I had my hair as a child. Well, really, my mother kept my hair up in like ponytails and different things like that, to where I really didn't experience it. But as I got older, I kind of felt it a little bit when I had during the Jerry curl age. But after that faded, and you was like, okay. But now I'm feeling it again when it comes down to these locks. When those locks hit like a certain part of my body, I'm like, woo! And I think I have a bug or something on me, and I'm just knocking it off or whatever I'm doing to get that bug off of me. And I look down and see that's my hair. I'm like, oh my goodness, my hair ain't got that long. I just had my son to tell me the other day before he was looking at my hair, and he said, Mommy, your hair has grew. That is about the best thing. And then with locks, it's so, now you talking about carefree. Don't have to do nothing. That's, like I said, that's about the best natural hairstyle you can get. Now, when you get the braids, that's also another one. But in between there, you taking them, once the braids get all old or whatever, and you want to take them out or whatever, then you got that to deal with, which can cause this breakage if you're not taking them braids out properly. So all of the new growth that you pretty much have retained while being braided, if you're not taking these braids out right, you will end up losing the length of your hair, and you can't really tell if that's grown or not. But still, all of those styles, yeah, they can be up for 3 months to the max at least. Then you have to take it down or redo them over or what have you. But if you're not doing it right, then you're still not really seeing growth. Some people get the weaves and everything, and they'll go to a beautician and have them. That's about the best thing to do. But if you will do it yourself, then you're doing it yourself. If you're not taking that down correctly, or at least patiently, then you're not going to see anything. It's just like, I did all this for nothing. But like I said, locks is about the best thing, because you can roll it up, you can leave it straight, you can put it up in ponytails when it grows that long, to where you could put it in, lengthy like ponytails or whatever. Man, that was about the biggest milestone I could tell you guys I had set out for myself with these locks. No more than keeping them healthy, to where they're not falling off or breaking off. Because locks, if they're not healthy, they will break too. If you're not keeping them moisturized and eating and drinking the correct food, they will break off too. But with locks, I can tell you, it ain't no looking back for me. Not no time soon. It's no looking back for me, because this is really it. I love the carefreeness of locks. And plus, I can style it and curl it up and do like a braid out, and that's the perfect curls for me. Okay, so, when we say that our hair is like problematic, it's a problem if you make it a problem. If you want to make it carefree and easy, do what you got to do. Do some research. There might be some more styles out there that you can do that can free you up from having to do your locks. Some people I noticed now has been starting to put braids in their locks, and how the thickness of the braids, braiding the hair going back. Hey, that's all fine and good. But I wouldn't do that at an early start, because you want your locks to go ahead and take shape whatever way they gonna look. Don't do that too fast. But hey, to each his own. Who am I? Okay. But guys, I just wanted to come in and tell you guys, look, being a woman of color, learn your hair. Learn what your hair really means. Learn what it represents. Learn what it is, because it's not really what we think it is. So to say that you don't like your hair, I know that you don't know what your hair really, really is. You don't understand what it's all about. That's why I said you got to get into it. Get into it. That's really it, guys. But I don't want this video to be too long, but I did just wanted to come in because that really just got next to me. And I just really see that out of all of this natural hair community that's on YouTube and other different areas of the internet spectrum, we still got women of color that don't understand or appreciate or value their hair to where they want to cover it up, hide it, do all these different things, because I just truly think that they don't understand. They just don't understand and don't understand what their hair really is all about. So I hope that with this video, I shed some light, that you guys probably got something out of this. I hope so. If you guys did, leave it in the comments. I love to hear what your opinion is, what you think about what I had to say. But guys, please, anyone's listening to this video, love the hair and skin and body that you are in. Love that. Embrace it. If you find something that's not right about you, change it. Fix it. Don't sit back and allow others to tell you about you. You know better about you than anybody on this planet or earth besides the Most High. Okay? Find out, seek, and ye shall find. And I'm going to leave it like that. So with that being said, guys, I want to wish you all well. So until the next, peace.